Today in our AFC team previews, we begin with the AFC East. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills look primed and poised not only as the class of the division, but perhaps of the entire conference. For the second consecutive year, they lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs. This time in a classic overtime game that led to a change in the overtime format for postseason games. Outside of Buffalo, the only threat on paper appeared to be the Mac Jones-led New England Patriots. Making positive strides in their second year after losing Tom Brady, they returned to the playoffs, and Jones has proven to be the heir apparent coach Bill Belichick was hoping for. Meanwhile, the Miami Dolphins had a busy offseason, hiring coach Mike McDaniel from San Francisco and upgrading at several offensive positions via free agency and trade. McDaniel comes from the Kyle Shanahan coaching tree, which focused on unorthodox offensive expertise. On paper, the New York Jets definitely look like the fourth-place team in the cellar of the division, but like most NFL teams have high hopes after another year of experience and a quality draft. Seen by most experts as a piece or two away from Super Bowl contention, the Bills added a key cog for Sean McDermott's defense, adding perennial Pro Bowler Von Miller to an already highly rated unit. This is one of the team's biggest free agent signings ever, and could be the thing that pushes Buffalo to represent the AFC in Glendale. Overall, though, their biggest hopes still rest on the shoulders of Josh Allen. Throwing 36 touchdowns for 4,400 yards, Allen is a favorite for MVP of the league this upcoming season. Rounding out an offense with incumbent weapons Stephon Diggs and surprising third-year player Gabriel Davis, I predict a 13-4 record and a first-place finish for the Bills. This was difficult, but I'm going with the Miami Dolphins to finish second in the division. I must admit there's a ton of pressure on new coach Mike McDaniel and even more on Tua Tagovailoa. Tua faces a make-or-break year after at best an up-and-down year where he threw 16 TDs and 10 interceptions. On one hand, Tua had a 67% completion percentage. But on the other hand, he continues to lack arm strength and remains injury-prone. Veteran backup Teddy Bridgewater was signed as an insurance policy just in case. The big addition for Miami, of course, was the addition of Tyreek Hill. But will his big play ability be affected by Tua's perceived lack of arm strength? Overall, the team's offense looks good on paper, with Hill being added to a receiving core that already features breakout star Jalen Waddle. The Dolphins could surprise teams if they can stay healthy. My prediction for the Dolphins is a slightly above 500 record of 9-8. Despite a commanding 30-point defeat to their division rival Bills in the playoffs, the Patriots are trending upwards and could easily finish above the Dolphins in second place. Finishing as the fourth-rated defense in the NFL, the Pats bring back pass rusher Matthew Judon while losing the outstanding J.C. Jackson to the L.A. Chargers. With their big addition being Devontae Parker from the Dolphins, Coach Belichick is hoping his always superb coaching can offset the team's numerous off-season personnel losses, which included offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels. My prediction for the Patriots is a small step back from their 10-7 record down to 8-9, which would probably take them out of the playoffs. Missing the playoffs for 11 straight years, maintaining optimism is difficult for Jets faithful. After finishing 4-13, Coach Robert Saleh must show that he can do more than just motivate. Entering his second year, Zach Wilson showed flashes but threw more interceptions than touchdowns and must greatly improve his accuracy. I feel that the Jets may have had the best draft in the division, adding help on both sides of the ball. Showing great balance, they added Ahmad Gardner and Jermaine Johnson defensively while selecting arguably the best receiver and running backs in the draft. Although they may not climb out of last place in the division, I do think they finish better than 4-13. My prediction for the New York Jets is that they add 2 wins to their total from a year ago at 6-11. The AFC East may not be as stacked as the AFC West, but they could have the very best team in the entire conference. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for future content.